Fine dining has become an impersonal experience. It lacks passion and connection. How can we change that? Icebreaker is a project that should bring people together. It's something that softens this atmosphere at the beginning of the dinner. It's literally breaking the ice. I started with 3D printing the shapes I modeled in software, and then I used these 3D prints for making a plaster mold that I used for slip casting porcelain. What I want to convey is this balance between craziness and ordinary. The shapes come from these unfamiliar deep sea creatures that are full with spikes and patterns, and I wanted to bring this unfamiliarity to something normal, something that we use every day, like cutlery and plates. Everything is about playfulness and it should be open-ended. Today we are collaborating with Weiss Restaurant, and we expect our guests to enjoy this experimental, open-ended dinner where they can interact with icebreaker pieces and they can create new memories.
For us, it's important to combine food and atmosphere. My first impression was it's fun, it's something completely different, it's something we have never seen anywhere, which is quite special, and that kind of got me hooked quite quickly. And it's also very inspiring because you immediately think about where could I place what, or how can I plate something on this challenging, creative.
My understanding of the Icebreaker project is creating utensils, so either plates or cutlery, that you can use to kind of break this stigma or dogma of how to eat or to dine.
Today is quite a fun day for us. We get to experiment a little bit on our upcoming concepts, as well as try to share those concepts with Icebreaker. I think it's going to be quite cool to watch the reactions of the guests and to see how they form their own connections with Icebreaker. And I'm really looking forward to see how they do that.
For us, it's quite natural to work sustainable, or we were brought up like this, and we also see it as very important and as our natural thing.
So we're going to be serving a baked Alaska, which is going to imply the use of the cutlery as a sharing concept. I made some duck liver parfait with brick pastry, some pork croquettes. These are all small little bites for sharing that we think will work quite well with the cutlery and also show what we're about.
We made some bacon out of a pork which we bought as a roll piece, and we used the belly to cure with juniper, with some pine needles, salt and sugar. So that's also quite something special to add as a spice. So there will be new flavors for them and new dishes. So I think they have quite a challenge, but I think it's going to be fun, and I definitely see the Icebreaker.
I think the people will meet the food with kind of a surprise. Then it is pretty special. There's some special elements and some special things that I'm pretty sure they've never seen before.
I'm expecting people to be very playful and just feel free, behave however they like at the table.
This is the entrance to today's adventure. We wanted to give you kind of this feeling of slurping an oyster.
I think the atmosphere was really fast, open to experience something new, and that made it easier to connect. That helped also to have fun together and to see how the others are doing that. And yeah, it had quite a connecting component.
We've never met Ella and Christine before. It was really interesting because you had to talk about it. It brought a sort of unity. People trying things out and thinking like, you know, somebody tried something out one way and another person used it in a different way. And
playful.
Yeah, playful.
It's perfect. Oh, in der Präsentation für Fingerfood, für den schönen Gängen, wie das toll. It's perfect for a date. Or
Totally, yes.
Totally.
I think what's interesting is that when you first see it, your initial impression is that it's quite spiky and has a sort of an aggressive appearance. But in actual fact, when you have it in front of you on the table and you have food on it and you touch it with your hands, it has a very soft, tactile feeling to it, which is really nice.
I found it really stimulating. It activated my curiosity. I really liked it that it didn't put me in the normal script of food and how I have to behave, and yeah, so it opened the space to experiment. Yeah.
It gives you the freedom to find new ways, and that is actually something really nice. The moment you sit down with silverware and white plates, there's a certain way to eat. And that gives you an opportunity to actually say, bye-bye, new way.
It feels so natural to eat like as a whole experience, like with my whole hand and my fingers, and I'm like, oh God, how am I gonna go back to a normal spoon? Why would I do that?
Due to the shapes of the implements, it's an invite to kind of have a whole experience rather than them just being vessels you're eating off. The items make everybody think differently about the eating experience.
Food is a very central experience, so it's really nice to find a different way to appreciate the beauty of food.